Gentlemen, start your engine.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and happy 4th of July weekend to everybody out there. We're back here on a Sunday night for the Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series, brought to us by Savage Edge Graphics. Finally, back in the booth, ladies and gentlemen. Terry to Taffy Man Foster. Terry, how we doing tonight?
Man, glad to be back in my chair, buddy. It's been a minute. I wanted to be here last week, buddy. I just could not do it. I was home, but I just couldn't do it, so I apologize for everybody for that one. But, man, what a race we got tonight. 90 laps, Pocono Raceway, the Tricky Triangle. Plus, we got some stuff going on with Dalton Kilroe, Taylor Butcher Benjamin. It's the final race for the bracket. The winner of that tonight will take home $50. Second place will get $25. And Cody Gibson and Chris Carroll, they rounded out the top four on that, so they both received $15. So we got a lot of stuff going on tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
90 laps here at Pocono. Now, Terry, I was talking to a few people here before the race. They were telling me about 15 to 20 laps here on fuel they can do. What were you hearing out there?
Yeah, I was hearing about the same thing, almost 18 laps or so around there. So, yeah, 15, 20 laps. These guys want a short pit, come in quick. And I tell you what, Sam, I talked to one driver. He said he is going to try to make this race a 4-stop race. That's Mr. John Perkins running in second place right now in the speed charts. He doesn't want to do 5 stops. He wants to do 4 tonight.
Well, top of those charts right now is the number 88 of Jamie Walker. Glad to see him back as well with a 54.34. Terry, do you know who is leading the points right now? I know there was a mix-up with them last week, and I know somebody retook the lead. Let's see here.
Well, let's look here. Well, I've got Dalton Kilroe showing as the points leader right now.
That's what I thought. Yeah, it was a good race last week. Came down to the wire, came down to fuel, but yeah, Dalton Kilroe jumps up and takes the points lead going into tonight. Also running for $50 against his teammate Taylor Butcher Benjamin. So going to be an interesting night overall.
Yeah, I've got stats on both these drivers from last season here at Pocono, Sam. I mean, Dalton Kilroe started second, started 11th, finished second. Taylor Butcher Benjamin started 9th, finished 5th. Both guys, those ain't horrible numbers, Sam. Dalton led 4 laps. TBB led 16 laps. Plus, Sam, he ran the fastest lap of the race with a 55.161. Now, the Xfinity cars we're in right now are definitely faster than what the ARCA cars was we had last season.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to head down trackside for pre-race ceremonies. So if you could please rise and remove your hats for tonight's national anthem. Thank you very much, Joshua Rutherford, for a great rendition of our national anthem, especially on this fabulous 4th of July weekend. Hopefully you guys got sun where you're at. I know me and Terry are experiencing some storms right now, but we are heading into qualifying. About 8.5 minutes left to go. Nobody's put up a time yet. Out on tracks, number 7 with Cody Gibson.
Cody Gibson taking his first lap. Got to talk to Cody. His big thing tonight, Sam, he just wants to keep fenders on the car. That's all he wants to do. And with a slip up like that, he may want to rethink what he wants to do with his fenders. He's going to have to get them pounded out. He does that stuff again and gets up against that wall.
Trying to go down through the charts here. There are a lot of drivers out on track right now. A lot of them on their first lap. Big track here at Pocono. They're running almost a minute lap times, ladies and gentlemen. So strap in. It's going to be a long one here tonight.
Yeah, Sam, it's a 2.5 mile track with 3 turns, and all 3 turns resemble other tracks around the country. So we'll go through that after a bit. But yeah, it's a long track.
So Chris Carroll goes top of the board with a 54.68 here. Time starting to roll on in. Remember, as I said, a lot of drivers out on track right now. Cody Gibson, who we're watching right now in that number 7, 54.85, currently 7th on the charts.
See what Cody does here. I think this is where he kind of came up and got a little squirrely last time by.
It's pretty good there through the tunnel turn, heading into turn 3. Remember, no turn 4 here tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
I think it says it on there somewhere, doesn't it, Sam?
Says
what
it on
turn
the wall
4?
Somewhere, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right there. What turn
Okay.
4?
What turn 4?
Oh, he's in the wall out of turn 3.
Man.
Cross the line for the number 7. Not going to count. Terry, we know you get a 0x even.
Yes.
That's it for you.
But you know what? The way Cody was running his last 2 laps, that keeps him still up there in the top 10 at the moment.
Quick time right now. Jamie Walker in the number 88, 54.45. That was also his first lap. Right now on his second, going through turn 1.
Jamie Walker at 88. Big shout out to Jamie and his wife. They had another child, I believe, last week. Sam, I believe that's why he wasn't here, if I am mistaken.
I believe you're correct. That is true.
And I talked to Jamie earlier. I was like, well, Jamie, is that number 12? And he's actually told me he has lost count. So, but no, it's actually number 6 for Jamie Walker and his wife. So congratulations out to the Walker family.
Jamie's going to kill this second lap, Terry. How about Mark Arthur going second fastest? Won last week at the Milwaukee Mile. 54.64 for his first lap. Coming out of turn 3 to cross the line for a second. Mark Arthur into number 12. Can he bump Jamie Walker off the pole?
He shut his down too.
He does not. He had 54.86 second time by. So a little bit slower there. John Perkins. Good.
Oh, good.
Good, Terry.
I was going to say, Mark Arthur actually had the fastest practice laps earlier in the day. So I think number 12's got something for these guys tonight.
Brian Zimmerman in the number 21. Currently 10th on the board with a 54.77 going into turn 3 on his second lap here. 5 minutes remaining in qualifying.
See Corey Rutherford out there in chat. Corey, shouldn't you be qualifying, or have you already qualified?
Corey Rutherford has put up a time. He's 26 on the board right now, 55.65. Zimmy going to bring it down pit road here on his second lap. Probably didn't like the second lap and decided just to kill it right there. How about Mike Hamlin? 5th right now, Terry. 54.69 for the number 28 of Mike Hamlin.
28 looking really fast tonight. Trying to find out where his partner in crime, Dave Seats, in a 14. He's coming up in the 20th spot. So Mike Hamlin maybe should have taught Seats a little something tonight. But Corey Rutherford out there in chat, Sam. He says, watch out for John Perkins. He is due for his win. So are we going to get another first-time winner? Remember, out of the 14 races so far this season, we have 11 different winners. So that's awesome.
So Mike Hamlin finishes up his run, 5th on the board right now. Dalton Kilrow, first lap of 54.75 on lap number 2 right now, currently 9th. He is beating his teammate in qualifying. Taylor Butcher Benjamin sitting 14th on the board right now.
Sam, something I noticed during our practice right here, Derek Paulson in the 6 car had a 10X just in practice. Don't know what's going on with that 6 car tonight, but Paulson, winner here last season. So I don't know what he's going to plan on doing tonight.
It's Dalton Kilrow's second lap, a little bit faster, jumps up to 7th place at 54.72. Kyle Wellman's out on track, finishing up his run, crosses the line, goes up to 22nd with a 54.98. Looks like only 5 drivers so far not taking a time here tonight, Terry. 29 other drivers. Everybody else took a time, so.
And Sam, I'm not seeing Fred Thompson. Oh, he is in chat, but I don't believe he's probably going to take a time. Rick Thompson, I do not see him at all, nowhere. I know Alberico was here. I talked to him earlier. So it looks like some of the Speed Mafia guys are the ones that's kind of sitting out for the moment. Mike Messengill, he said he's not a big fan of the track, and he says he wears out his tires too quick here. So maybe you got to figure out a way to run this thing and keep some tires under that car tonight.
Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, coming at you live from Pocono. 90 laps tonight, straight up. No competition cautions, no stage cautions, none of that. Drivers can do about 15 to 20 laps on fuel. It's 81 degrees down here in Pennsylvania. Luckily, the rain hasn't got to us yet, Terry. I don't think that's going to happen here tonight.
No, I think Pocono will be fine where we're sitting at, Sam, and we're inside anyways. We're not going to get wet. Now, the drivers, they might. But I tell you what, that storm I was sitting in a little bit ago, if it comes out that way, I mean, it could tear the top off of these buildings.
Well, I tell you what, then, we'll just let everybody watching know there are storms heading my way. I don't live too far from Terry. All of his stuff kind of moves my way. There is a chance we could lose power. If that happens and I get it back immediately, we'll try and fire it up as quick as possible. But always keep that in mind when there are storms rolling through my area. Could lose power tonight. We never know.
And we've seen it in the past, Sam. That has happened to us. And
we got lucky the last time it happened. We really did.
Yes. He was able to pull it up pretty quick.
Well, we were lucky that it kicked right back on. So it like flickered off, flickered back on, kicked back off, and then came back on and stayed on. So, and I fired everything back up. We got rolling again. But just everybody keep that in mind. There are storms rolling through the area. There's a possibility power could go out. So if your stream just starts lagging or whatever, it's probably not you. It might be on my end. Terry will try and keep you informed in chat if that happens.
10-4. I mean, it works for me.
Only about 10 seconds left to go here, Terry, before we get rolling on this grid. Looks like Jamie Walker, Mark Arthur going to be on the front row.
MFRD pole award goes to Jamie Walker. MFRD front row award that goes to Mark Arthur, as you just said. Remember, we got the TSP halfway mark. I'll be lap 45, taking lap 46 tonight. Again, we got Dalton Kilrow and Taylor Butcher Benjamin fighting out for $50 and bragging rights. So we're getting these guys lined up. They're all about ready to run to the car the way they got these things sitting.
It's time to start going through that grid.
Let's do it.
Jamie Walker is going to be starting on the pole here tonight with Mark Arthur, who is outside in second. Starting in third is going to be Chris Carroll in that number 99, with Brian Dees, who is outside in fourth. Mike Hamlin rolling off in P5 with Larry Bell, who is outside in sixth. Dalton Kilrow going for the $50 here tonight, starting there in seventh with John Perkins, who is outside in eighth. Ty Morosco going to be starting in 9th position here tonight with Dustin Ping to his outside in 10th. Corey Sherman rolls off in 11th with Brian Zimmerman to his outside in 12th. Moving on down, we got Steven Johnson starting in 13th and Taylor Butcher Benjamin, the other driver going for $50 here tonight. He's going to be starting in 14th. Derek Paulson starting 15th. The lone Dutchman, Philip Van Vliet, rolls off 16th. Cody Gibson back there in 17th. Then you got Paul Ellison in 18th. Joshua Rutherford starts in 19th tonight with the governor of Sam Lawson in 20th. There, you want the rest?
Yeah, Dave Seats starting in the 21st spot. 22nd, Kyle Wildman woman. 23rd, new driver Alex Harris. Coming back in the number 4 car, Tanner Martin at 24. Amanda Sherman at 8 in the 25th spot. Casey Campbell coming up into 26. In 27th, we got Chris Legoux in his 71. In 28th spot, we have Corey Rutherford in his 5. Brad Collins in that 22. He's starting 29th. Rick Thompson in the 76. Did not lay a qualifier lap down, starting 30th. Fred Thompson in the 46. Same thing. Starting 31st. Joe Alberico starting 32nd. Mike Massengill starting 33rd. And another new driver, Jason Bauer, is starting 34th in the 09.
All right, driver's starting to roll off pit road, getting ready to go for this one. Gonna be taking the green flag this time by
Jamie Walker, bringing him down through there at 70. What is this thing? 75 mile an hour, I believe, on space speed. Yeah. And pit speed tonight, Sam, is 55 mile an hour. Right now, we got track temperature 97 degrees, mostly cloudy at 81 degrees. Winds out of the north, 3 mile an hour. So hopefully all that weather will stay away from us and we get this racing tonight.
Walker having a little bit of an electrical issue here on the pace laps. Hopefully that gets sorted out once they take the green flag. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry, Terry, real quick. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to True Sim Productions tonight on a 4th of July weekend. So wherever you're at, crack open a cold one and enjoy some good racing here on True Sim Productions, brought to us by Blazing Pedals.
Got to adjust some camera angles here for me. All right. Pace cars coming out of 3, I believe. Yep, turn 3.
Turn what? Turn 4?
Real what? Turn 4, exactly, sir.
Here we go. 90 laps, 34 drivers. It's time to get it on here in Pocono.
Jamie Walker, not with a really big jump, but Chris Carroll had a heck of a jump.
Everybody looking to get some positions here on this start. Don't know if we're going to get a caution or not. Mark Arthur goes all the way to the top side of the racetrack, going to try and use that momentum to his advantage here coming out of turn 1.
I don't think I'd want to do that too late in the race, though, Sam. I think going up that high may put you into the wall.
Well, I tell you what, that actually worked for him, Terry, because look at that. Keeps that momentum, actually gets out a little bit of a ways here. Almost 0.2 of a second right there, just making that top line work through 1 and 2. Now, I've seen that work before. However, I don't think you want to be doing that late in a run. You're going to burn that right front tire off doing that.
Absolutely. And Sam, I'm actually going back through the field. These guys are already pretty much single file.
That's just it. It's a big racetrack. There's a long way to go here. We're only on lap 2. You got plenty of time to make these passes. If you know you're faster than the guy in front of you, just take your time, be patient, and work your way up there.
I mean, the only thing I see right now is the 55 of Ellison working around the 14 of seats. That is really all we have.
It's some good shots. Everybody going down this back stretch in the tunnel turn back here.
Oh, Ellison up into the 42 of Wellman. Wellman had to back off so he didn't hit the wall. Everything's still good.
Good job for Wellman to keep it straight, keeps it out of the wall. Tanner Marr back here in 24th position. We do have some in-car cameras here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Terry, I'm not sure if you're aware of that, but we got Paul Ellison, we got Corey Ruthford, we got Josh Ruthford, all on in-car cam tonight.
Good deal.
Then we also got Ty Morosco and Steven Johnson. So a bunch of guys on in-car cameras here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, here at Pocono.
And you know, just looking at them cameras, Sam, I mean, the concentration on these guys' face, for the ones we can see.
Battle for the race lead right now, going through the tunnel turn, heading back down to turn 3 is Jamie Walker to the inside of Mark Arthur. Last time by, Walker had the fastest lap of the race of 54.63. Mark's not going to let it up that easy, though, Terry. Look at that, side by side, close race, and almost making contact there, coming out of turn number 3.
Come on, guys, it's only lap 3.
Lap 4, Jamie Walker wants the lead. Mark Arthur wants to keep it. They know clean air can be beneficial in these race cars. Look at that, Mark Arthur all the way back up to the top side of the racetrack. Again, we've seen that work before. Is he going to have the momentum to make a pass here going into the tunnel turn? Looks back to the inside, going down the back straightaway.
This tunnel turn, in my opinion, I feel it's tight sometimes going in.
Whoa,
it's just like
did you see? Oh my
wow.
God. Mark Arthur basically pulling a slider move into the tunnel turn to get around Walker. What a move by the number 12.
Or if he's got one of them hand brakes for that back tire just to swing it out, you know, kind of drift around the corner.
Walker's got a good run again, back to the inside of the number 12, coming out of turn 3. This is allowing Carroll and Dees to start running these guys down. Everybody else single file behind them.
But sitting there watching Carroll in that 99, Sam, I don't believe he's in a hurry to get up there. I think he wants these two guys to kind of work it out.
On board here with Mark Arthur.
Slide. Oh, Jamie.
Oh. I think Walker didn't know if he was clear or not. He looked for it right there, though.
Mark down to the outside now, or the inside, excuse me. Maybe Jamie's going to say, hey, I'll try this outside for a while and see what it does.
Mark's got a good run right here.
Here comes Carroll on the back of the 88, bringing 17 at D's and the 41 at Kilrow. Everybody kind of minding their P's and Q's as we still got Carroll and D's fighting for position, fighting for that third place.
Mark slides up in front of the 99, saw the momentum, going to use it to his advantage. Does Mark go back up to the top here in turn 1? Looks like he's going to kind of run the middle of the track. He is using that top side to his advantage here tonight, Terry. I don't know if that's going to work for him late in the run here.
Well, Dees was actually able to slide up in front of him on that one.
As Mark looked to the inside, going back through the tunnel turn here. No, he's going to back off. Dalton backs off as well. Looks like Carroll lost 2 spots in that little battle going on right there. It's allowing Mike Hamlin to get his hat in the mix here as well.
Wow, Hamlin tries to catch up there to this group. 41 at Kilrow, putting the pressure on the 12, trying to get around the 12 of Mark Arthur. Looks like he's trying to bring the 9 of Carroll and 99 of Carroll with them. Then we got the 1 of Ty Morosco all over the back of that 28 car.
You got Steven Johnson back here as well, and then you got a little bit of a gap to Corey Sherman. He's just kind of riding right now. Almost contact there between the 28 and the 1. Ty really had to back out of it. Good job on Steven Johnson to see that as well and back out of it. Side by side for 4th up here, Terry, with Mark Arthur and Chris Carroll.
It was almost like 28 just hit the brakes right there. That 1 just about didn't get her back down.
Carroll looking to the inside of Mark Arthur, going through the tunnel turn right here. Going to try and slide up in front of him. Not clear. Now he is. Takes 4th spot away from Mark Arthur.
3 wide.
Yep, 3 wide going into turn 3. This ain't going to work. They make it work, though. Ty Morosco trying to slide up in front of Mike Hamlin. Not able to do it.
Good Lord.
Ty Morosco was going for a 2-for-1 special right there, Terry. I mean, that was... These guys know that there's still 82 laps to go.
Well, now look back behind Mark. Now we got Corey Sherman in the picture. We got the 6 of Paulson in the picture.
Steven Johnson looking to the inside of Ty Morosco right now, trying to take over that 6th spot from the number 1. And you're right, here comes Corey Sherman looking for 7th on Mark Arthur. Or 8th, I'm sorry.
I did talk to Sherman. He says, I just don't think I can win this race. And that's where he left. I said, all right, bud.
Oh, little contact there between Sherman and the 12 of Mark Arthur. This allowing Paulson to get a good run on the 3.
And, you know, right now behind Paulson and Sherman, here comes 81 of Peng.
Great battle going on right now between these guys.
It's some awesome racing. I agree. As Jamie Walker's pretty much checked out. He's about 3/4 of a second in front of second place runner right now, Brian Dees.
How about Brian Dees, man? Somebody who's had kind of some bad luck to the start of the season. Now out here running second. Trying to run down that number 88 of Walker.
Yeah, we've seen Brian Dees in past seasons just get out here and kill us, you know. So last season, Brian Dees started 22nd and finished in 9th place here. So I would say Dees likes this track a little bit.
Running for the $50. Dalton Kilrow, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, current running positions. 3rd for Dalton, 14th for Taylor.
Taylor Butcher Benjamin back here behind the 7 of Gibson. Again, he was the one of the runner-up with Chris Carroll in the bracket race or head-to-head combat, whatever you want to look at it. So being interesting, I should have talked to these guys before the race. I didn't have a chance to, so see what their thoughts were. Jamie Walker almost a second now ahead of Brian Dees. Evidently, that 88 got his electrical issues fixed and now has found all of his marks on this track. And he's just saying, well, see you guys later.
We're only 10 laps in, Terry. We still got 81 laps to go. 9 in the books so far. Jamie Walker and Mark Arthur had a pretty good battle going on. And I mean, it's kind of weird that, you know, Jamie was able to get around Mark, and he's now starting to pull away from second place Brian Dees. And Mark, he fell all the way back to 8th spot right now, under fire from Derek Paulson going down the front stretch.
It's going to be interesting if we can talk to Mark maybe later and ask him if that was planned with him running on the high side like that in the first few laps. It'd be interesting to know what that was for him. I just watched Carroll get around the 41 of Dalton Kilrow. Now he's on the back of the 17 of Dees, trying to get that second place away from that 17 car.
So Dalton Kilrow, your current points leader, running for $50 tonight. I know he wants to get a good points finish and obviously wants to win the race, Terry, but you think he's maybe just being extra careful here tonight?
I honestly think he started too soon of working his way up front. I think he's either held back a little bit at the start of this thing and be there at the end. That's my opinion.
Steven Johnson clipped the wall there coming out of 3, and I tell you what, that camera angle showed us how close these guys are getting to that outside wall coming off of 3. Dees and Carroll both, Terry, you could not even put a piece of paper in between the wall and their race car.
Stevie Johnson in that number 2 car. Actually, he's one of our 11 winners this season. Won back at New Hampshire back in a month or so ago. Jamie Walker with a well over 1 second lead over Chris Carroll.
Yeah, but Carroll just got around Brian Dees for second, Terry, and he's starting to pull away from that number 17 now, starting to close that gap between him and Jamie Walker.
He absolutely is. I'm sitting there watching time and scoring. He absolutely is starting to gain ground on that 88 car as Dees is just watching him disappear in that front windshield.
So we're getting close to that first pit stop, Terry. You said there were some drivers maybe try to do a 4-stop strategy here tonight. They got 4 sets of tires in the pits. I mean, that's going to be cutting it close, don't you think?
I would think so, especially on fuel. So we'll see.
On lap 13 of 90. So in the next, I'd say 3-4 laps, we're going to see drivers maybe start coming down pit road. We'll keep an eye on it. Make sure that we got our little pit lane thing going on here at the bottom once they start coming down pit road. I'd say we're going to see people around lap 17 or 18, if I had to guess. If you're going to try and run this thing out 4 stops, you're going to have to come as late as possible. So I'm thinking around lap 18, we're going to start seeing everybody come down pit road.
So again, I believe that was John Perkins. It was John Perkins in that 33. He's the one that said he wants to try to make him 4 stops. I want to keep an eye on that 33 tonight, see what he does.
Lap 14 of 90. Jamie Walker continues the lead away. 0.8 of a second lead over the number 99 of Chris Carroll. Again, everybody, thank you for tuning in to True Sim Productions here on a Sunday night. Happy 4th of July weekend to everybody out there. Also, keep in mind, Terry, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but we are also live over on kick.com. So if you have a Kick account, it's kind of like Twitch. Go over and give us a follow. We are streaming to YouTube and kick.com now.
And we got us wrecked, Sam.
Oh, what do we got going on? Derek Paulson.
I'm trying to find it.
Oh, a bunch of guys involved. Cody Gibson, Derek Paulson, Larry Bell.
Dave Seats.
Problems here right before we're about to get green flag pit stops. Oh, man, Paul Ellison. All right, so we're going to have to go back and take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen, see what happened. Paul Ellison goes to the inside of Philip Van Fleet. Dave Seats gets into the back of the 55. I think that was just some contact right there. Was there a checkup maybe behind him? Let's go back and take a look here. Oh, Derek Paulson comes down and just basically right hooks the number 7. Obviously not intentional, ladies and gentlemen, but I think he was just trying to come down, pull the air off of the right rear part of that spoiler, get Cody a little loose, and just kind of misjudged it. Another angle of it right here, right in front of his teammate, Terry, who's running for that money as well. Larry Bell hits the inside wall trying to avoid it. Oh, man.
Yeah, Cody Gibson, Derek Paulson, rough hits out of those guys. Wow.
Unfortunate.
The Hammer's still checking it out too, Sam. I haven't heard him say nothing yet.
So Terry will let us know once he hears from race control. So this kind of changes up things, ladies and gentlemen. I was saying you were going to go to about lap 18. What do you do here? I mean, everybody's going to be coming down pit road. Is it going to be for 4 fresh tires and fuel, or are we going to be seeing fuel only? That's the question right here.
Man, the Hammer is taking a while on this one, Sam. I mean, you got multiple cars involved.
There was a lot. Yeah, there was a
minute.
lot going on. There could have been like a checkup in front of them or something. We didn't really see none of that, but then he's also got to watch this pit stop here to make sure everybody's staying to the right of pit road as well. So got his hands full right now. Drivers are bringing it down pit side. Jamie Walker basically leading the whole field down pit road.
Again, 55 mile an hour down pit lane here. Here we go.
Oh, Jamie misses his box. He's going to have to back up. Or did he make it in there? He slid in there. Fuel only for the 88, Terry. It almost looked like he missed that pit stall with the way he slid in there, but he must have just barely nailed it. Fuel only for the 41 as well. Tires going on the 99 and the 17, and pretty much everybody on back to Corey Rutherford, who's another driver who takes fuel only.
Sam, while you was talking about all that stuff there, I did hear what the Hammer was saying. He was talking about the 7 and the 6. The 6 is getting the EOL for basically getting inside of the 7 and getting him turned.
Yeah, it's basically what we saw too. It looks like Paulson just kind of came down, misjudged it a little bit, got into Cody Gibson, and again, that was risky because that was right in front of Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Almost got Taylor involved with that one. Taylor running for the $50 head-to-head competition here tonight.
So before the Hammer started talking, I heard you say something about Jamie Walker, and I had to mute you so I could listen to the Hammer. What happened with Jamie Walker in the pit?
So it looked like he almost slid through his box the way our camera angle was there for pit road, and he came in pretty hot, slid a little bit. I thought he was going to have to back up, but he must have nailed his entry just perfect. because he was just fuel only and down and away for the number 88. So I must have misjudged where his box was there.
Okay. I mean, I heard you holler too. I was like, oh man, what am I missing?
Well, he came in pretty hot. I mean, it was definitely close. Oh, how about this? We got some guys peeling off to come down and probably top off, Terry.
I wouldn't doubt that one bit. I mean, it's 2.5 miles around this track. Even at 55 or 75 mile an hour, you're still going to burn fuel.
We're already getting the one to go. Terry, I don't know how this is going to go, if we're going to get a caution or not. But since we got a caution now, you know what we're going to do on this restart?
I'm hoping you're going to make it loud.
I'm going to make it real loud. So Jamie Walker, Dalton Kilrow, row 1 for this restart. Chris Carroll, Brian Dees, row 2. Ty Morosco up into the 5th spot back here.
So Lori and Constance, you guys crank up your phones, TVs, computers, whatever you're listening to. Well, let's listen to these guys restart this race. It's going to get loud. We're going to crank it up to 11, Sam. Why 11? Because it's one more.
Because this one goes to 11. That's why.
If anybody knows a reference to that, well, that's pretty cool.
Spinal Tap.
Yeah, there you go. As they come around turn 3 here, about ready to take that green flag. I'm sorry, that was turn 2. My bad.
They all look the same.
Yeah. So while we're talking about the turn, so turn 1 of what I read is 14 degrees, and they built that out of the looks of Trenton Speedway in Trenton, New Jersey. Turn 2 is an Indianapolis Motor Speedway turn at 8 degrees. Turn 3 is Milwaukee Mile at 6 degrees.
Such an odd combination to choose from.
Absolutely. Hell, why did I put a Talladega turn in it too?
Coming out of the restart zone, Jamie Walker gets on the loud pedal. We're back underway. Ladies and gentlemen, let's crank it up. Well, it would happen, ladies and gentlemen. It normally always does anytime we try to crank it up. We're back under the caution flag. Well, we're back under the caution there, Terry. Problems in the back here. It looks like maybe Joe Alberico and Dave Seats. Oh, big issues here, yeah. Yeah, it looks like Alberico kind of comes down. Little nervous there in between 3 wide. Dave Seats and Paul Ellison. It looked like. Take another look at it. Yeah, Dave never moves his line. Unfortunately, Alberico comes down. I'd be surprised to see who the Hammer puts that on if he doesn't put that on the 83, in my opinion. That's what it looked like. Again, chat, let us know what you think. Who you think was at fault there. I got Dalton. Only because this could end up being a fuel-saving race. And I know he's already been thinking about it 30 laps ago, and we're only 19 laps in, so... Smart move, I think. I had you muted there, Terry. I apologize.
Oh, that's fine. You're fine.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. There's a bunch of drivers coming down pit road. I was going to pull somebody up here, but they had to come down pit road on me and ruin that. So that's caution number 2 of the evening. Lap 20 of 90. Still a long way to go. Like Terry said, lap 45 is the True Sim Productions halfway award. If you're leading on lap 46 or taking lap 46, you can go home with a little bit of money.
Sam, the 8-3, you called it, buddy. He came down on seats and he will be receiving the EOL. Now, I really don't want to tell you other thing that the Hammer said because you don't like that word. But he said there might have also been. Let me say it.
No, not really.
I ain't gonna say it then.
I saw it too, but I didn't say nothing.
Okay, we'll keep it quiet.
We race online, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, Terry.
But Alberico did go down on seats, and Alberico is getting the EO.
I'm gonna catch somebody by surprise. You ready? I'm gonna do an interview here. Hold on one second.
Go ahead.
Hold on, let me see. Interview. Amanda Sherman, driver the number 8. Sam and Terry in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you. You got me?
Yeah, I got you. So you're out there in 23rd position. Just saw you come in and top off with a little bit of fuel. What's the strategy here tonight?
Avoid some of these guys that are a bit erratic and just stay in the high line and out of the way and just make it to the end and hopefully finish on the lead lap.
So what's your goal here tonight? Just finish on the lead lap, or are you trying to win this thing, Amanda?
Definitely not going to win it. Realistically, top 20 I'll be happy with, and lead lap to get some bonus points. I'll be content with that.
All right, we'll get you back down there. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Driver the number 8, Amanda Sherman.
Surprise.
Surprise.
So the main reason I'm laughing, Sam, is I talked to Amanda before the race. She goes, man, this car feels like it's bricks on wheels. And she only knows turn 2. So let's see what the 8 does tonight.
You got to surprise people like that sometimes, right?
I'm with you, buddy. I am with you.
Keep them on their toes. Let them know we watching.
Well, Sam, I just see the Dave Seats and Cody Gibson both took their car behind the wall, heading to the hauler.
I'm not seeing anybody in the Savage Edge Infield Care Center, though, either, Terry. Hopefully those guys are all right. Maybe we'll hear from them next week.
Next week, we head to the Rock. 240 laps around Rockingham, Sam.
Oh,
That's going to be a blast.
That's going to be awesome.
That's going to be a
I love Rockingham. I do actually like that track, too. I like Rockingham. While we try to crank it up, we can try it again. I mean,
oh yeah.
We won't do the little intro. We'll just go crank it up here once they go green.
And it looks like the pace car lights are off, Sam.
They are. We're coming to take the green flag this time. Pace car is going to duck on down pit road. Field in the hands of Chris Carroll in the restart zone. Green flag back out in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try it again. Crank it up. Oh, no. No, Terry. Did you see it?
Oh, I did.
Back under the yellow flag. Problems. Let's go back and take a look. Quite a few drivers involved here. Oh, man. Amanda Sherman involved, Terry.
Amanda Sherman.
I'm never going to hear the end of that one.
No, you're not.
Never going to hear the end of it. Amanda Sherman involved with this one. Let's go back and take another look at it. Slow it down here. Looks like Amanda and Massengill make contact. It's going to be tough to say. They're 3 wide there with Corey Rutherford. Massengill, I don't know if Massengill came up or if Amanda came down. Oh, Josh Rutherford gets involved. You see Amanda's teammate, the lone Dutchman, barely getting slowed down there. Oh, man.
Did Philip? If Philip didn't touch the 8 car, he'd be awful lucky.
See if we can't maybe get on. He's got contact, so I think on the brakes hard. He definitely makes contact with her, but he did a really good job slowing down right there, Terry. Really good job.
Keep watching the replays, Sam. I'm really thinking the 20 might have moved up just a hair bit. People's gonna call me biased because I am a teammate of Amanda Sherman. But
people gonna call you biased because you are, Terry. Come on.
I am. We'll see what the hammer says, though, won't we?
That we will. So a lot of different strategies being played here, though, Terry. I mean, we had a couple of drivers come down that last caution. Not seeing a lot of people come down this time, though. Mike Hamlin, Mark Arthur, those guys are coming down pit road. I like this strategy. Get as much fuel packed into that car as you can.
Absolutely.
See, Josh Rutherford's out in chat, says he got killed. More than 20 minutes of damage. Remember, Josh, Savage Edge Infield Care Center. Hope Terry or me will get you brought up here and talk to you.
We'd love to talk to you, actually. Sam, I was kind of noticing something on the green flag start. Out of the top 10, we only had 2 drivers that pitted last on 15 that did not take tires. That'd been the 41 of Kilroe and the 42 of Wellman. So I don't know what they're doing now. I don't believe they're coming in.
There we go, Terry. I see Josh just joined the Infield Care Center. So you want to talk to him? Here you go, Terry. You got him.
Joshua, you got us?
I got you.
Well, Bud, hey, first off, I want to say thanks for the music you provide for us, man. We play it every week at the beginning of every race. Thank you so much for doing that for us. We really do appreciate it. What happened to you out there?
I was running out there, minding my own race, just trying to keep it clean. All of a sudden, I see the 20 and the 8 get together in front of me. I thought I was clear. 8 came down right in front of me, nowhere to go.
Yeah, we watched the replay a couple times. The 8 car had nowhere to go either. She was basically out of control. And I think Van Fleet also got a part of it too. So
it looked like quite a few.
Kind of sucks for you, man. You'll be able to get it back out there?
We'll get it back out there. We'll try to scrape some points together out of this.
All right, bud. Well, we'll get you back down there. Again, thanks to Mullet Music Productions for all the music you provide for us. Anybody out there, hit up Mullet Music Productions. You can find him on YouTube, all his music and stuff. He does a wonderful job, man. Thanks again, Josh.
Yeah, you're welcome, guys.
Joshua Rutherford, driver the number 64. Had him up on camera there, too.
And Sam, while we was talking to Joshua, the hammer came down on the number 20 car of Massengill. I did not hear what he said. I just happened to see it in there thing. It looks like Rick Thompson, even though he has not made a lap, he's still sitting out there in the pits.
He's done 3 laps, Terry. At least according to my timing and scoring, he's done 3 laps. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sam, Tanner Marr. Oh my God, all kinds of electrical issues. He has had to park it for a minute.
I was going to say that 4 car, Tanner Marr, unfortunately, we all know that there's up here in the Northeast, a lot of storms been rolling through. Tanner's been having issues with that for the past, I'd say, week now. So I would not be surprised if maybe he has a big old thunderstorm rolling through right now down there in Kentucky.
Very well could be, Sam. I know they're talking tornado watches and heavy thunderstorms. That's for us here in Ohio.
Yep,
for
same here.
About another 30 minutes.
We have warnings and stuff in effect for thunderstorms around 8 o'clock, so around right now. So again, ladies and gentlemen, if the stream for whatever reason goes blank on you, it's not you, it's probably on our end this time. So just keep an eye on the chat. Terry will keep you informed of what's going on.
As the pace car about ready to make that hard left turn down pit lane. 99 at Carroll bringing the group down. Steven Johnson on the outside. Carroll gets a nice little jump off of that on that restart. He jumps up in front of the two of Johnson, bringing Ty Morosco along. Down at the bottom of the track, we got 17 of D's with the governor, Sam Lawson, in the 24. Just kind of put that 24 up there.
Having a good run right now. Terry sitting here in the, looks like top 5 for Sam Lawson.
Sam Lawson, I talked to him before the race. He goes, man, I'm really hoping for a top 10 tonight. He says, what do you think? I was like, Sam, there's no reason for at least a top 15 the way you drive some of these faster tracks. But a top 10 out of that 24 would be sweet.
Struggle a little bit there through turn 2. Under pressure from the number 10 of Taylor Butcher Benjamin going into 3. Everybody looking for positions right now, Terry. I'm wondering if they're kind of done being patient right now. Looks like everybody's kind of just going for it.
Well, I heard Mark in the 12 car say, ooh, geez. Well, I kind of clicked on him. Well, him and Ellison in the 28 of Hamlin, I think they were 3 wide on that restart.
Jamie Walker's trying to make his way back through the field. He was the driver stopped on lap 19. Now, I want to put this into perspective, ladies and gentlemen. Looking at timing and scoring, Chris Carroll, our race leader, last came down pit road on lap 15. Whereas you got drivers back here, Dustin Payne, Chris Legou, the lone Dutchman, they all pit on lap 25, Terry. And Mark Arthur, Mike Hamlin, lap 24. So who's got the better strategy right now? Even Jamie Walker came down last on lap 19.
Yeah, I'm kind of watching the time and score myself, Sam. Trying to see if Johnson's actually catching up, but he's really not because, again, he lapped 10 at lap 15. But Jamie Walker, last lap of 19, pitted. So, yeah, I think these guys are going to start running these other ones down.
Now, we've had a couple of cautions here. Has Carroll saved enough? I want to say enough, but has Carroll saved any fuel under those cautions to be able to go as long as he can here, being last down pit road on lap number 15?
Damn, I look to see the 4 car. He's back on pit road. Look like he's about trying to climb in that car, get back strapped in to get that thing back out on the. Nope. He just said, nope, I ain't getting in. Never mind. 3
wide here. Jamie Walker to the inside of Taylor Butcher Benjamin and Sam Lawson. 2-for-1 special for the number 88. Put him up and back in the top 5. It's a good move by Jamie.
Absolutely good move. And bringing the 10 along with him there. Lawson really new to the iracing thing here. But, man, he has come so far in just a short time. Sam and I are proud to have that TSP on the hood of that car.
It's always good when we see our logo on people's cars here.
Absolutely.
It's awesome. We are on lap 30. Got a good green flag run going, ladies and gentlemen. Should be seeing green flag pit stops here, I'd say, in the next 10 laps, at least for our race leaders. But we're going to take our first commercial break of the evening. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's almost the deadline to turn. Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
What's up, everybody? We're taking a break in this exciting race to tell you a little bit about Savage Edge. You can go to our link here, www.savageedge.com, or our Facebook here. So we're about to tell you a little bit what Savage Edge does. Have you ever wanted to put your face on a t-shirt or maybe your iRacing car? Well, we can do that for you at Savage Edge. Take a look at our direct-to-garment printer. Did you just get excited about what you can see on a t-shirt? Well, we got more for you. What about embroidered hats? Everybody loves a good hat. Look at this. We also do beanies that double as kitten holders. There's also so much more we can do here at Savage Edge. Vinyl graphics, coffee mugs, koozies. We basically can put your name on anything. So go to savageedge.com and check out our Facebook. Now back to the race.
Back alive here on True Sim Productions. Chris Carroll still leads the way here on lap 35. About 10 laps away from halfway. Probably a few laps here from seeing green flag pit stops.
Is watching commercials there, Sam. Right there with Corey Sherman at Savage Edge, savageedge.com. Order your kitten carrier, and it doubles as a hat or a toque, wherever you're from. You're from way up north, they call it a toque. But Savage Edge, you've seen that they can put your name on anything except shot glasses.
I think Corey said he can put a sticker on it for you if you really want a shot glass, but that's about all he can do.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Now, I've seen Corey do some etching on some mirrors. Man, does it look cool. So, yeah, Savage Edge, man, anything you want. I'm sure Corey could probably figure it out, but big thanks to Savage Edge for being our sponsor this season. Thanks, Corey and Amanda.
Ooh, Ty Morosco. Sorry, Terry. He got big time loose coming out of turn one right there. It's allowing Jamie Walker to get the momentum. Looking for third here going in the tunnel turn. Steven Johnson's still running second. How about this run out of Steven Johnson right now? Up 11 spots since the drop of the green flag. Trying to run back down that number 99 of Carroll. Ty Morosco, though, is going to try the crossover move here on the 88 and try and get the position back here in turn 3.
Yeah, Steven Johnson, actually, I was watching time and scoring a little while ago. He was up to about a 0.25 behind Carroll, and now he's dropping back again. So, but Walker is gaining ground on these guys and bringing Ty Morosco along with him.
So we do have... No, we don't have pit stops happening yet. That's just... that was a mess up on the overlay there. My apologies. I thought we had somebody come down pit road there.
Joe Alberico just came back out on the... just came back out. You might have seen that.
Amanda Sherman back here. Heavy front end damage. Just trying to limp it home. Sorry, Amanda. I'll take the blame on that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ty Morosco and Jamie Walker still fighting for it back here Taylor Butcher Benjamin runs 5th. Where is Dalton? Why is Dalton Kilrow way back here in 23rd, Terry? Oh, he pit on lap 33.
Okay, well, that makes sense then why he's back here.
I was gonna say, we kind of missed it. I mean, he's way back there. He's 27 seconds off of Paul Ellison right now, sitting in 23rd. And now green flag pit stops are starting to happen. Brian Dees, Paul Ellison, Jason Bauer, all on pit road right now. I imagine we'll be seeing our race leader, Chris Carroll, and Steven Johnson come down here in the next lap or two.
And one thing I noticed, these guys are not calling out their pit stops tonight, Sam. You know, we see that a lot where they will do that. Tonight, they're keeping it hush-hush.
Let's just say you don't want somebody to know what your strategy is, what you plan to pit, especially if you have a little bit of a gap like Chris Carroll does right now to Jamie Walker. Walker gets his way around Steven Johnson, now up into second.
And he is running down Chris Carroll, watching the time and scoring. He is gaining time on him. You know, Sam, pre-race, you do it, I do it. We go around, talk to the drivers, kind of a strategy thing, but we don't really want to give nothing up because some of these drivers actually listen to us. I don't know why, but they actually listen to us when we do the broadcast. So I try not to give out some of these drivers' secrets that they may tell me just for that purpose.
4 more drivers on pit road: Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Sam Lawson, Alex Harris, and Kyle Wildman Wellman. All them guys are on pit road. Looks like 4 tires stop and fuel for the number 10. Same with the 24 of Lawson.
Sam, the 99, just called out his pit, so he's coming this time. See if Walker comes along with him or just stays out. Walker stays out. He retains the lead. Takes back the lead, I should say.
Well, remember, Chris Carroll last pit. Oh,
Steven Johnson.
Steven Johnson and Ty Morosco almost making a little contact there coming on the pit road. But Terry, what I was going to say is Jamie Walker, he last pit on lap 19. Same now with Corey Sherman, who runs second. They pit on lap 19, whereas Chris Carroll and all those guys, they last pit on lap 15.
And I was looking at that Sherman's stop. He only had a 6-second stop, Sam, so that tells me fuel only. So I imagine when he comes down here shortly, he'll be getting some tires on that number 3 car, I would imagine.
So these guys can go a couple more laps at least. But the drivers we really have to watch is honestly the ones who are running 3rd, 4th, and 5th right now. That's Dustin Ping in the number 81 sitting in 3rd. Then you got Mike Hamlin back here in 4th in the number 28. Then Mark Arthur a few seconds back from Hamlin running in 5th. All these drivers last pit on lap 24 or 25.
Man, I don't know what the 24 just did, but he was way up on the wall and just gained up on Johnson real quick.
Well, our race leaders are on pit road. Jamie Walker, Corey Sherman, and Corey Rutherford. All these guys bringing it down pit side. So that hands the race lead over to Dustin Ping. So we got 50 laps to go here at Pocono.
Dustin Ping is one of them drivers. Damn, we see him kind of play as a sleeper in some of our races here, along with like Ellison. I mean, they're real quiet till the end of this race.
How about Philip Van Vliet, the lone Dutchman, up here inside the top 5 right now? And how about this, man? Chris Legoo, teammates right now, 4th and 5th. Chris Legoo sitting in 5th.
I talked to Chris. He said he's just going to race his race.
Very informative, Terry.
Hey, when I ask these guys, hey, how you going to run your race? What are you going to do?
You couldn't, out of Chris Legoo, you couldn't get any more information.
Well, I actually got a lot more information out of him, but I cannot repeat it.
Typical crew chief. Caution flag on the speedway. I'm not kidding. We got a caution.
Whoa.
We got a caution.
I know, but
what was it for?
I don't know. So I'm gonna have to go down and talk to the hammer.
I know what it is.
Okay.
Amanda Sherman slow on the backstretch with a blown engine.
Oh, okay.
She pulled off. Now, I don't know why that would have brought out a caution. It might have triggered it. We know how iRacing is with these cautions. She jumps it back to pit road, but I mean, that's the only thing I can see right now. Race control program not showing me anything.
Yeah, that's the same thing I'm looking at, Sam, and I don't see nothing nowhere.
SDK is telling me Amanda Sherman only because she stopped and towed. I thought she was far enough off the racing surface, did what she was supposed to do. iRacing, however, must have felt that was caution worthy. So,
well, Sam, I'm going to talk to the Hammer. I'm going to make sure we're both right on this. I'll be right back.
So that actually works out in favor of these top 5 drivers, even top 6. Casey Campbell up there. Jamie Walker last pit on lap 40. This is going to allow these guys to save even a little bit more fuel. The problem is, do you come down pit? You're going to have to come down pit road right now. So strategy is going to be playing a big key here tonight, especially with this caution now for these top 5. Terry, what do you got?
So, Sam, talking to the Hammer, he said this track is notorious where somebody blows the motor and just pulls off the side, it will throw a caution. Even though she wasn't in nobody's way, it will throw a caution. So there you go.
So unfortunately, Amanda Sherman doing the right thing here and pulls out a caution. Here come our race leaders down pit road. I'm surprised that not everybody's following them just to top off and be on the same fuel strategy right now. This is going to change some things, Terry, because all those guys who just came down pit road are definitely going to probably take tires.
Oh, yes.
So they're going to have the better set of tires. It's only a couple of laps, but here at Pocono, that could be a huge difference. That gives the lead to Jamie Walker. It looks like Chris Carroll's second. Looks like Paul Ellison's going to be able to get a wave around here in that number 55.
Which is probably greatly needed.
You think Amanda will come up and talk to us again, Terry? In the Savage Edge Infield Care Center?
So here's what I'm going to do. Amanda, if you guys have the race on right now and you're listening to us, you have permission to get back up into Savage Edge Care. This,
you got it, Terry?
Infield Care Center. I'm having a stroke. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. That's not funny to say. Get back up in the Infield Care Center, Amanda. We'll pull you in, and you have every right to badmouth Sam for jinxing you, for bringing you in.
Respectfully, of course.
Respectfully, yes.
Family friendly.
Yeah. So, Amanda, come back up in here, man. We'd like to talk to you real quick if we could. So we'll see what number 8 she jumps in there or not. Just got a text from the Mullet Music Production there. Joshua Rutherford, he says he's got a couple more minutes and he's going to get that car back out on track, Sam. All right. Ellison should be getting a wave around right here. 2.5 miles back around this thing to get back to the back end of the tail end of this lead lap.
Lap 45. So when we come around, it looks like Jamie Walker's going to take that halfway award. So Jamie Walker going to get a few dollars.
Congratulations, Jamie.
A lot going on in this race, Terry. Not really what I was expecting out of a Pocono race, to be honest. We got cautions, we got strategy. It's really interesting.
When I talked to Sam Lawson, I told him, I said, it's Jamie Walker. I said, I think this race is going to be something like a Michigan. Once we get them in single file, that's all it's going to be, is single file racing. But we've had door to door. We've seen some 3 wides. We've had cautions, like you said. And, Jamie Walker working his butt off, getting back up into the first place. Last bit on lap 80 with fuel only. Lap 40. Man, I gotta get my glasses fixed.
Well, It's been basically Jamie Walker and Chris Carroll up front, aside from when we were having green flag pit stops. So we also remember that Taylor Butcher Benjamin and Dalton Kilrow, they're going head to head right now for $50. They are nose to tail right now in 4th and 6th. Now remember, Dalton pit on lap 33, so he stayed out here as well. A lot of these drivers pit on lap 40, 39, 37. This is going to be wild, Terry. I don't know how these strategies are going to play out. Remember, fuel run only about 15 to 20 laps. Lap 45, we're halfway here tonight. Who's your money on now?
Well, I don't know. I think Steve T. Johnson's running good. Kilroy's running good. I mean, Ty Morosco just doing an awesome job out there. As we have 4 MFRD cars, we can throw a blanket on.
Carroll's going to send it down in the corner.
Yeah, I think Jamie went in just a little hot. Oh, yeah, Carroll just took tires, so that's going to make him a little faster.
Yep.
Jamie Walker keeps going backwards.
I was just trying to get an eyeball on that, Terry. My SDK went all over the place on me there for a second, but yeah, Jamie Walker, fuel only stopped for the number 88, so basically just going to get freight trained right here. Now Taylor Butcher Benjamin working his way around him. How about John Perkins finding his way back up inside the top 10? Good run out of that number 33. He's trying to get to the inside of Dalton Kilrow. Kilrow probably going to be struggling a little bit here, Terry. Again, last spin of lap 33. He has about 7-8 laps on them tires, almost 10 laps on them tires. So Dalton going to be struggling here mid-pack as well with dirty air and old tires.
Oh, man, he just got freight trained a little bit because he's behind Walker. Walker backed up real quick. 41 had to lay on the brakes. That gave 24 of Lawson and 3 at Sherman a free pass, get around the 41.
Lawson completes the pass. Sherman kind of backs out of it for just a second. Dalton's trying to hang on the outside. Now going to duck in behind that number 3 going into turn 3. Jamie still just going backwards. Maybe a little strategy or maybe just miscommunication with the crew chief on that last pit stop. Hard to see. That's got to be tough for any race car driver, but Jamie especially just going backwards right here.
But he's only changed tires once so far, Sam, so we know he's still got 3 sets left. Zimmy trying to make up ground here too, trying to work his way around Walker as he gets underneath of him, makes a clean pass. Here comes the 28 of Hamlin making a clean pass on the 88 also. Bringing along Mark Arthur in the 12.
These are guys who are going to be really quick right now, Terry. They last pit on lap 43, Mike Hamlin and Mark Arthur. Both of them taking tires, it looks like, too. So, yeah, we're going to see these guys start coming through the field rather quickly.
I want to give a shout-out to the driver of the 74, Alex Harris. Last pit at lap 38, he has fresh tires. Again, he is new to this, to Blazing Pedals. So he's kind of letting these guys get around him. He doesn't want to cause a big scene just yet, trying to feel out everybody. Wellman on the outside of the 74 of Harris.
Harris trying to use Walker as a pick, I believe, right here. Spotter definitely in communication with that driver, letting him know, hey, the 88 is going backwards on old tires. As you see Jamie going to go up a little wide there. Wellman's going to slot behind the number 74. Now try to get a run on him down the back.
The 5-car Rutherford coming out of turn 2. He had his left tires down below that yellow line. Not a good place to do that.
Back up to the front with 42 laps to go. Chris Carroll leads the way. Ty Morosco running second. Good run out of the number 1 here tonight. Steven Johnson runs third, up 10 spots right now since the drop of the green flag. Brian Dees started 4th, currently in 4th. Having a good run as well. John Perkins back there in 5th. Sam Lawson in 6th. Taylor Butcher Benjamin in 7th. Corey Sherman 8th. Brian Zimmerman 9th. And Mike Hamlin rounds out the top 10.
Good run out of all these drivers in that top 10. And, you know, even further way back, I mean, look at Chris Legoo. He is in 18th place in that 71 car, doing an awesome job tonight. Philip Van Fleet, Lone Dutchman sitting in 19th, also doing an awesome job. Alberico back in 25th, 11 laps down, but he's still out there chucking along. So congratulations to all these guys, man. You're all doing a hell of a job tonight.
Trying to just scan the field right now, Terry, see kind of where everybody's at. Dalton Kilroe still going backwards. Mark Arthur got around him a lap or two ago. Again, him and Mike Hamlin starting to make some ground up here on these leaders with them fresher tires. Man, this strategy is going to get wild here with 40 laps to go. I know we at least got maybe 2, possibly 3 more pit stops here, Terry, but probably only 2.
I would say probably a good 2 more pit stops. This last lap that they ran, Mark Arthur, I heard him talking on the radio. He got down below the yellow line on 2, and I guess it was just a handful for him.
Looks like Mark has a little bit of right side damage right there. He had a 22-second pit stop last time by. Oh, Luce getting into the tunnel turn there. Yeah, definitely a little crinkle on the right-hand side. Doesn't look like it's going to hurt him all that much, but the dirty air could be hurting him behind number 28 of Hamlin. Hamlin trying to get up to the back bumper of the 21 of Brian Zimmerman. You can just see right out in front of him right now. Everybody's racing. He's got fresher tires. He can catch them. Just going to have to be patient.
Yeah, we got a race right now for that 8th place for Dees and Sherman. Sherman on the inside of Dees. So he'll be able to get him here going into 1. Dees stays high. Sherman stays low. Zimmerman stays low with him. Stays underneath the 17 of Dees. Sherman up in front of Dees now. Makes a clean move. Zimmerman with a little bit of electrical problems.
Looked like Hamlin tried to take a peek right there, Terry, but just didn't have the momentum. Now Zimmerman's going to, wow, big slide out. Trying to get around the number 17. I don't know if he got loose there or if he was just trying to get that run. He's got it here going into turn 3.
Dees fights him off.
Hamlin now all over the back bumper, that number 21. Mark Arthur to the inside of the number 28. Good battle going on right here.
Yeah, absolutely. 28 Hamlin backs off a little bit. Let Mark Arthur go as we still got Zimmerman.
Ooh, Hamlin clipped the apron right there. Got a little tight. Had to get out of the gas. Going to lose a lot of momentum. I know you saw that right there, Terry. We caught that.
I did.
Right out of the corner of the screen. He bounced, but able to keep that thing underneath of him. Stays right behind the number 12. Good battle going on between these 4 cars. Brian Dees just trying to hang on to a spot right now. Zimmerman back to the inside.
Underneath 17 of Dees. Dees stays a little high. Zimmerman's able to get around him as Mark Arthur. Whoa, man. Zimmerman had to slow down a lot so he didn't slide up too far into the 17. Here comes the 28 of Hamlin getting around the 17. And we got Mark Arthur and the 21 of Zimmerman still racing neck and neck here.
I would almost guarantee the 28 is going to try and follow Mark right through here and try and take over that 9th spot. He's out on the bottom side of the racetrack, put Brian Zimmerman up top. Zimmy with a good run down the back. Mark's going to block him, though. Says, no, sir, I'm going to keep this spot. I see that momentum. Hamlin.
Race right out of these 4 cars.
This is a good battle going on.
It is. Here comes 28 again of Hamlin trying to get up underneath the Zimmerman in that 21.
Good run right here going into turn 3.
Let that 28 drift up a little. No, he ain't going to let it drift up.
He gets him.
He does. Nice clean pass out of the 28.
So John Perkins up to 4th. You got Samuel Lawson and Corey Sherman going back and forth right now. Taylor Butcher Benjamin right behind these guys.
Taylor Butcher Benjamin's counting the Benjamins now, man. He knows he's on a track to win some money tonight.
Yeah, Dalton has fallen. Let's see, where is Dalton actually? Dalton's on pit road right now, Terry.
Yeah, he's down 21st place. Mark Arthur trying to work on the back of Lawson. Gets, whoa, right up the side of him. makes clean work of the 24 car. Now he's working on the 10 of Taylor Butcher Benjamin. As the 28 of Hamlin is kind of just following Mark all the way through these cars. Mark Arthur still on the inside of the 10 of Taylor Butcher Benjamin, trying to make that move, get around that car.
Them fresh tires are really coming to life right here. We're seeing it firsthand. Mark Arthur last pit on lap 43, so a little bit better tires than these other guys and just flying right around them.
Lawson trying to follow the same tracks as Arthur, get around Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Lawson last pit at lap 38 with fresh tires.
I'd tell you what, that 24 is having a good run right now too, Terry. Up 12 spots since the drop of the green flag. Lost a couple right there, but still up inside the top 10 right now.
Right now, our biggest mover is Brad Collins, running into 15th place, up 14 spots from the start of this race. But did Brad qualify?
Not sure.
He did qualify. So right now, Brad Collins is looking to get some points for
he's got some rear end damage there too, Terry. I wonder if that's hurting him right now.
Might be. Sam, I want to look at fourth place. Remember, we talked about him. He said he's going to try to do this race in 4 stops. John Perkins up to the 4th place, started at 8th.
Whoa! Big move out of Ty Morosco. Sorry, Terry. We were watching John Perkins there, and I saw this battle for second. Ty did get around Steven Johnson, but man, when he was clear, he made it known he was clear.
He didn't wait for a spotter to say the word clear.
No, he did not.
Yeah.
He said, I know I'm clear, and I don't care.
Now, this is something really, we don't see a whole lot of with Morosco. He has no teammates around him whatsoever. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, the closest one, back in 7th. So, he has no help right now. He has no friends on the track.
Hey, Corey Sherman up there in the top 5 going for that TNA banner.
Speaking of that, TNA Motorsports, we do our shop talk on Sunday nights after every Sunday race. We are
Monday
not
nights?
going to do it tomorrow night due to 4th of July weekend and still people celebrating the 4th. So sorry, ladies and gentlemen, what we'll do after Rockingham, we'll kind of hit on both races. So join us next week after Rockingham at 8 o'clock, and we will discuss this race along with The Rock. And you'll get Corey's top 5 out of both tracks, I think. I'm trying to talk him into it.
Green flag pit stops. Ty Morosco, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, the governor, Samuel Lawson on pit road.
So, Ty Morosco made that move to get around Johnson to pit. All right.
He had to let him know he's fast.
I guess.
I want to see what these guys do here. Right sides go up on both the MFRD drivers. And it looks like Sam Lawson's also taking tires. So now, when does Chris Carroll bring it down pit side?
Carroll has been calling his, he's been calling his pits out. So I'm going to stay on top of him.
Well, he last pit on lap 39.
So he's got 20 laps right now into this. Here he comes. Getting that 99 backed off, getting over to the right side of the pit lane. If he comes down on the left side, the hammer would drop it like a rock and make him come back down pit lane. That gave the lead over to Corey Sherman. Corey Sherman actually going to be able to get some bonus points for leading the lap.
Probably part of his plan too, Terry. I mean, last pit on lap 40. Mark Arthur now going for the race lead. So did Corey get a lap letter, or did Mark just steal it from him?
Oh, you know what? He may have. And Mike Hamlin telling Corey to get up there and take that thing back from him. And Carroll did take all 4 tires, Sam.
Corey coming down pit road.
Yep. That's going to move Mark Arthur up into the lead. Oh, he was already there. Never mind.
You mean that'll put Mike Hamlin in the second?
There you go.
There
We'll
you
say
go.
it that way. So we know both these guys, Hamlin and Arthur, have to come down within the next couple, 3 laps, I would think, Sam.
They could probably go about, I'd say, 4 or 5 more laps than these other guys. And I think they're smart for what they're doing. They're going to have the freshest tires out of everybody. I mean, look, there's at least going to be one more pit stop. We know that. Everybody's going to have to pit at least one more time.
And that's going to, at least one more.
So that, with what just happened, they're going to have the freshest tires out of anybody. They both just drove basically to the front through this last set of green flag, or this last green flag run. So as you see it, they keep it back out on the track.
So I was kind of looking at number 13 spot there, the 41 at Kilrow. Somehow he got up there in front of Benjamin, and Benjamin must have pitted at some point. We didn't catch it.
Dalton pit on lap 54, Taylor pit on lap 58.
Okay.
Dalton under fire right now from Steven Johnson. That puts Taylor and Dalton nose to tail right now. But Taylor having 4 lap fresher tires than Dalton. Now looking to the inside down the front stretch. We got to keep an eye on these two. Racing for $50 here.
One's getting 50, one's getting 25. I mean, they're both getting money, but I think I'd take up 50 over 25 any day, Sam.
Dalton looks like he kind of gave Taylor a bunch of room right there. Still a long way to go. 29 laps doesn't seem like a long way, ladies and gentlemen, but here at Pocono, it is. Mark Arthur on pit road. Mike Hamlin stays out and leads the lap, gets 5 bonus points. Hey, Chris Legou is running second right now, Terry. I want to point that out.
Awesome run out of the 71. Hey, got the lone Dutchman right behind him, too.
Last pit on lap 44. These guys can go the longest, these two drivers, second and third.
Van Fleet looking to the outside of the 71. Looking like he's trying to bring the 09 with him. That is Jason Bauer.
Bauer is currently being scored in 22nd. Last car on the lead lap.
Van Fleet actually hollered at him, hey man, I'm going to pit here. So Jason stays on the outside. Van Fleet ran it down as along with Legou.
Yeah, Mike Hamlin comes back down. Philip Van Vliet comes back down.
So that should turn it back over to Mark or
Chris Carroll.
Chris Carroll, yes.
Ty Morosco runs second. Steven Johnson will be shown as third. Taylor Butcher Benjamin fourth, and Dalton Kilrow your top 5. 27 laps to go here, ladies and gentlemen. Green flag pit stops just have completed. We're going to take another commercial break. We're going to go side by side, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
up, everybody? We're taking a break in this exciting race to tell you a little bit about Savage Edge. You can go to our link here, www.savageedge.com, or our Facebook here. So we're about to tell you a little bit what Savage Edge does. Have you ever wanted to put your face on a t-shirt or maybe your iRacing car? Well, we can do that for you at Savage Edge. Take a look at our direct-to-garment printer. Did you just get excited about what you can see on a t-shirt? Well, we got more for you. What about embroidered hats? Everybody loves a good hat. Look at this. We also do beanies that double as kitten holders. There's also so much more we can do here at Savage Edge. Vinyl graphics, coffee mugs, koozies. We basically can put your name on anything. So go to savageedge.com and check out our Facebook. Now back to the race.
All right, we are back, and Chris Carroll still in the lead here by 2.41 seconds over second place Tom Roscoe. Watching the screen there, you all saw side by side down at the bottom right hand corner. You see all of our sponsors. Big shout out to everybody out there that does our sponsors. Savage Edge, our main league sponsor. We got MF Racing Design. They do our front row award. CJR Graphics, he throws on the weekly practice every Sunday. Mullet Music Production, as you heard at the beginning of the race, he does all of our national anthem stuff. Buck Kicker, we're giving those away this season, thanks to them. Southern Shores Realty, they are also paying out for the most real estate ran this season by a driver. Priority Auto, they do our race communications, Team Speak, thank you to them. And TSP, we pay out to the halfway leader. So back to the race with Chris Carroll still leading over Ty Morosco. We are searching through here to find something that we can look at and talk about. What you got, Sam? Anything?
I was watching the race leader right now. You got, again, like you said, Chris Carroll, Ty Morosco, Steven Johnson third, Taylor Butcher Benjamin fourth, John Perkins rounds out the top five. Good run for the number 33, Brian Zimmerman, up there in sixth as well. We're going three wide back here. Mark Arthur, Brian Dees, and Brian Zimmerman. Here comes Mark.
I was going to mention that too. Dees is getting hammered by both of these drivers.
They make it stick.
Wow.
Dees goes all the way to the top side of the racetrack. Zimmy tries to slide up in front of him. Mark's going to get a 2-for-1 special there in turn one. Gives room on the outside, but completes both passes right there. Put Mark up to sixth.
Mark last 62 was his last pit, and he has fresher tires, only about 3 to 4 laps over these guys, but he's showing he can use them.
Well, he has to use them right now, Terry, because if this goes green the rest of the way, what he's going to have to do is he's going to have to figure out when he's going to have to pit as soon as possible, because he's going to have to do it when either Carroll comes down or before Carroll comes down, just to make sure he can gain these spots. Already up to 6, doing a good job managing these new tires to get these positions, but this last pit stop is going to be key. And when do you actually come down pit road?
So, I mean, these guys have to be doing the math, and it's kind of hard to do the math while you're sitting there driving by yourself. Some of them has crew chief stuff they can do, and I don't think I'm going to come down when I last have to, and I'm only going to put enough in to finish this race.
Well, we know. I think you're pushing it with about 18 laps in the tank.
Oh, 21, Zimmerman into the wall. Dees runs up on him. Here comes Sherman.
Yeah, right side damage that number 21. Going to lose 2 spots here probably. Here comes Corey Sherman, another driver who pit on lap 60. Has better tires than both of these guys. Going to go to the inside of Brian Dees here on the front stretch. Zimmy actually holds his position.
Yeah, that was lucky out of Zimmerman holding that as the 17 was coming on strong, bringing the 3 of Sherman along with him. Zimmerman actually gets that 21 back in order where he needs to be. He's actually started to drive away from the 17 of D's again. Chris Carroll's doing the same thing, walking away from Ty Morosco with well over a 4-second lead over second place. Stephen D. Johnson is though looking for that one car.
Still watching this battle back here. I want to see what Corey Sherman does. He's got to make his way around D's here rather quickly. We got 18 laps to go. This next set of pit stops is really going to be the determining factor of what's going to happen. As you see, I think that's Dalton Kilroe back there. He's coming down. He thinks he can make it the rest of the way.
If I'm not mistaken, I think you want to see Sherman get around Dees right here. His Dees was actually talking to Sherman about letting him have it through here.
With Dalton pitting right now, Terry, this is what's going to pull everybody else down pit road. At least it should. You got 18 laps to go. You can make it from here.
So my question is the 10 car. Is he going to follow teammate and come on down?
It's heading into turn 3 right now.
Again, both these guys running for the head-to-head combat, basically, for this bracket we're doing. D stays out, coming down along the stretch there in the front.
You mean Taylor?
Yeah, him too.
All right, so Wellman's on pit road, so he's another driver. He's going to try this short pit strategy. Carroll out almost 5 seconds over Ty Morosco. 17 laps to go. I don't know, man. Do you want the fresher tires, or do you want to just get in and make it the rest of the way? I think Carroll should be coming down here in the next lap or so.
Out. Dalton came in. He's going to have to run 17 laps on these tires in this fuel. If we have cautions, Dalton have to come in top off so he doesn't run out of fuel. I mean, and we know how Dalton can save fuel.
Sam Lawson, Paul Ellison on pit road. Carroll stays out. Steven Johnson on pit road. Taylor Butcher Benjamin on pit road. Here we go. This is going to start it.
I think you just said that a minute ago, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
No, okay.
Keep up, Terry.
I could have swore you said that with Dalton.
What?
That's going to start it.
Well, it did technically because Wellman came down. But that was third and fourth place that just came down. This is what's going to determine it. Is Carroll going to come down this time by? He kind of has to, right? I mean, you don't want to lose all that time on track.
No.
He stays out. What does Ty Morosco do? Ty Morosco's bringing it in. Going to try and short pit the 99 with 15 laps to go.
So they're going to outsmart that 99 this week, Sam.
Well, Perkins brings it down as well, but Mark Arthur stays out on track. Jamie Walker, Brian Dees, Alex Harris, all on pit road right now.
Morosco, nice stop into his pit. 33 Perkins joins him.
Going to keep an eye on Chris Carroll here, ladies and gentlemen. 15 laps to go. Just came out of turn number 2. What does Carroll do this time by? Does he keep it out there? Does he come down pit road? Going to be losing time when Ty Morosco gets out there on them fresh tires.
Ty Morosco is down and away, fresh tires and fuel.
Here he comes, Chris Carroll.
Ooh.
Wiggle.
A little bit. Them yellow barrels do not give all that much either when you slide into them.
Mark Arthur's going to follow him. I think that's the best shot Mark has right now, is to kind of follow what Carroll does. But if Mark wants to get another win, he's going to have to drive ever-living crap out of that number 12, I tell you what.
Man, Ty Morosco is on a tear trying to get back up to the front of this thing. Mark Arthur hits his box. Carroll's car is still up in the air. He is down and away.
Ooh, 15.25 second pit stop for Chris Carroll.
Little long.
That is a little long, but he is out. Mark Arthur a little bit quicker. I don't know. Mike Hamlin stayed out. So did Corey Sherman. 14 laps to go. Maybe hoping for a quick caution here.
I was just thinking the same thing. Just noticed Jason Bowers. He's down there sitting next by. Here comes Corey Sherman sitting by his hauler. I guess he's about ready to go home for tonight.
Well, Hamlin has a 10.8 second lead over what will be second place Philip Van Vliet. Chris Legou brings it down pit road. Chris Carroll is now in fifth. We compare pit stop times. Carroll overall 50.97 on pit lane, whereas Ty Morosco was 50.50. I don't think Ty even really gained a whole lot of time. Maybe a second.
Maybe, yeah.
Looks
I'm
like
actually watching the timing and scoring on Hamlin and Van Vliet. Van Vliet needs to do something. He is losing so much time to Hamlin at the moment.
well, right now,
Hamlin coming down pit lane.
Dalton Kilrow runs eighth. Taylor Butcher Benjamin in sixth. So only one car separates these two, but about 3 seconds.
Van Vliet stays out.
5 bonus points to the number 89. I think that's the first time he's led tonight. Could be wrong about that, though.
I think you're right on that.
So 12 more times around. Philip Van Vliet, your race leader right now. Chris Carroll jumps up to second. Steven Johnson now third. Taylor Butcher Benjamin and Dalton Kilrow have about a 3 second gap in between each other for the head-to-head.
Van Vliet right now is on 16 laps of fuel. So maybe he's hoping for a good caution to come in.
Not sure, man. I mean, if that's all you got and you're trying to risk it, I mean, why not? Why not at least go for it? See if you can't get a quick yellow here, but I think everybody's too spread out right now as we come out of turn number 3, the number 89. Going to be 11 laps to go here at Pocono.
There's no way he's stretching that thing on 11 laps.
There's no way he's stretching in 11 laps and also maintaining this 10-second gap he has over Chris Carroll. I mean, he has every right to try, but Pocono's a big track, man. And for you to save that kind of fuel, I don't know. We got to keep an eye. We got to keep an eye, though, on Taylor and Dalton.
That's what I was just already talking about.
Taylor has pulled about 0.3 of a second in one lap over Dalton. So I think Taylor might be safe as long as he can keep it smooth right now.
Taylor right now into 5th place. Dalton Kilrow in 6th. In front of Taylor is teammate Ty Morosco. Is one of these guys going to pay the other one off, Sam?
I don't know. Maybe.
Van Vliet still our leader. Well over 8 seconds over Chris Carroll. And Carroll with them newer tires is just going to run him down probably pretty quick. Van Vliet should be pitting, I would say, within another lap.
Yeah, gap down to about 8 seconds right now. Now 7.7. So Carroll is coming. 10 laps to go. Steven Johnson runs second. He's about 2.7 off of Carroll. And then Ty Morosco back there in 4th. It's about 1.3 off of Steven Johnson.
Van Vliet bringing it down.
There it is. I mean, there's just no way, right? We knew there was no way. It would be cool to see, but we knew Phillip was not going to be able to make it another 10 laps here on fuel. So that gives the race lead back to Chris Carroll with a 2.8 second gap. Now 2.9 over Steven Johnson.
I'm going to stay with Van Vliet. I'm going to see, yep, he's taking tires. I kind of thought he would, but I'm just wondering how much fuel he's going to take.
So it doesn't look like Ty is able to run down the number 2 just yet. It shrunk just a little bit right there. It's down to 1.2 seconds, but I don't think Ty is going to be able to get to him. 9 laps to go. It's possible. Taylor runs 4th. Mark Arthur in the top 5. Now Mark's gained a lot of time, but 8 laps to go. Now Pocono's a big track, but I don't think he's got enough time to get himself up inside the top 3 here.
Mark Arthur's got the 83 Valparaiso behind him. Not that that's going to hurt him whatsoever. Still got a ways to go to get up there to Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Taylor Butcher Benjamin actually has that cushion now with Mark Arthur between him and Dalton Kilrow to come down to the end of this thing to possibly walk away with that head-to-head money of $50.
Yeah, I think Dalton might have burned his stuff up there. He last pit on lap 72, where Taylor pit on lap 74. So 2 lap better tires for the number 10, but Dalton probably burned him up trying to gain as much time as he could on his teammate.
Ty Morosco is slow catching Johnson, but again, he's only got 6 laps to go. I don't think it's going to happen.
7 laps to go.
7. Mine says 84. We're on 84, so if I look at time to score, it says 83.
Carroll's got a couple of lap cars up ahead of him here, Terry. I don't think they're going to play too much of a factor. Big enough gap to Steven Johnson, 3.5 seconds now.
Yeah, Carroll with less than 10 laps on them tires. I don't think he's going to have to worry about the lap traffic working around them. But we have seen it in the past where the leader has been taken out by lap traffic.
You trying to jinx him?
I am not. Not at all. So, Chris, if you listen to this back, I'm not trying to jinx you.
6 laps to go now, Terry.
I won't pull nobody up at the surprise interview because I know it'll screw them up.
Well, remember, you got Ty Morosco on in-car and Steven Johnson, actually. Bring them up real quick. They're 2nd and 3rd right now. You can tell Steven's concentrated. Ty looking all over the place trying to figure out where he's at. You're in 3rd, Ty.
Chris Carroll just running an awesome line through this track.
It's going to be 5 laps to go this time by for the number 99 of Chris Carroll. He has caught the back of Casey Campbell. Campbell, last car on the lead lap right now.
Four seconds back, Mike Hamlin catches Brian Dees. And they're having a little chat right now. Be having fun out there on the track.
Walker looking to the inside of Kilrow here down the back.
Carroll trying to get around Ellison right now. Ellison kind of moves up to the high side of the track. Let him go.
John Perkins still having a clean run out here, 6th place.
John Perkins, again, it'd be interesting if he actually made it on 4 stops or not.
Well, Ty Morosco's catching the 2, Terry.
Still got a little bit of ways to go, Sam, with time-wise. Taylor Butcher Benjamin is actually closing in on Ty.
When Ty's closing in on Steven
Yes,
Johnson,
he is.
got them both pulled up right now. Go on board with Ty.
Ty looking to secure a second place finish tonight if he can get around that 2 car. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, man, that thing was on the rails. He just went right up to the 1 car.
Here comes Ty. Backs out of it. He had an opportunity with a run, but didn't take it.
Yeah, Johnson is not giving him nothing. Taylor Butcher Benjamin actually backed up just a hair bit, let these guys sort it out.
Three laps to go. Battle for second right now. Carroll is 6 seconds out. Johnson breaks the draft.
I'd like to be in team speak right now if the 1 and 10 got into each other.
Oh, they almost did right there.
I see that. Johnson just walks away from the 1 car.
Taylor's there looking for third, Terry. I ain't giving it up.
I mean, so Ty pitted on 75, Taylor's on 74, both tires. Here comes Taylor looking to the inside of the 1. Taylor or Ty Morosco.
Ty might try and hang on to this. Looks like Ty might have burned his stuff up, maybe trying to get to Steven. 2 laps to go, though, for Chris Carroll right now. Battle is for third. Teammates.
What's Taylor have for Ty Morosco here? Both of them drift up a little high. Morosco gets the best of it.
Let's go back up to the race leader real quick. Coming out of turn 3. Across the line, going to be white flag in the air, presented by Priority Auto. Chris Carroll, 7.7 second gap over second place. Back to watching the teammates battle for podium. Can Ty hold off Taylor? I don't see Taylor pushing the issue right now. He's going to win that $50, Terry.
Absolutely. I think that's what he's doing. He knows he's in the money tonight. Just go ahead and let Ty get that third place. He'll take the good 4th place finish.
I don't think Taylor's going to be able to get back to the back bumper. Chris Carroll through the tunnel turn and into turn 3 for the final time.
Yeah, Taylor Butcher Benjamin just said, heck with it, go ahead and go, man. So Chris Carroll.
Out of turn number 3, down the front stretch, it's going to be Chris Carroll taking home another one here in Blazing Pedals.
Chris Carroll, I believe that is his 1, 2, 3rd win, 4th win, excuse me, 4th win.
Trying to get a good shot here. Of course I can't. There we go. That's the camera I was looking for.
There we go.
Kinda. It's a little bit better. Chris Carroll taking home the win here at Pocono. Steven Johnson gets second. Ty Morosco in 3rd. Terry, I'm going to start pulling them up to the Victory Lane channel here.
I'm going to run down and talk to Taylor real quick, let him know we're going to pull him in too.
Well, he'll know when I pull him up in the Victory Lane here, so you can go down and talk to him now.
Okay.
Good, Terry?
Yeah, we're ready to go.
All right. Well, let's let Kara go ahead and burn it down real quick here. This is a good shot.
Yeah, what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk through our top three like we always do. Then we'll pull Taylor Butcher Benjamin in and let him know about his win tonight with the money. Congratulate him.
Why don't we do Taylor first, then we'll go through our finishers.
We can do that.
Yeah, let's do that. So I'll pull them up, and you got Taylor now, Terry.
Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Tam and Terry, got us.
I got you guys.
Hey, congratulations, bud. The head-to-head. I know you've been watching and listening and hearing all kinds of stuff through the last couple of weeks. Everybody had their money in Dalton. What do you think?
Well, I mean, to be fair, it would have been tough to bet against him, but I mean, he went with an alternate strategy that if things would have played out differently, might have benefited him, but luckily, I guess for my sake and some of the other guys that finished in front of me, the race stayed green for long enough, and I know Dalton still had a set of tires left. If he could have got a late caution, he might be able to do something there, but good run for the number 10 MFRD car. It was good racing with Ty there. I got beside him going into the tunnel turn with like 2 to go, but that corner is so tough to run side by side, especially when you're pushing as hard as we were. So, I mean, it would have been nice to finish on the podium, but still a good night for this car. Thanks to Michael Falk. I feel bad for him because he said he was working on my patriotic scheme for this July 4th weekend, but he said while he was working on it, like his computer crashed or something. I don't remember exactly how he said it. Power went out or whatever, but look to probably put it on that car next week. But yeah, it was a fun race overall.
Oh, sorry. Well, congratulations on the win on the brackets anyway, that is. And we'll get you back down to your team so we can talk to these other 3 drivers. But congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Not a problem.
Head-to-head winner, Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Terry, I believe you got 3rd place now.
Ty Morosco, you got Sam and Terry up in the booth.
I got you guys.
Buddy, that was we watched you and Taylor the last 4 or 5 laps. Probably we had the cameras on you. Walk us through the last 5 laps or so. You guys were racing it out hard.
Yeah. Obviously I was catching Steven there at the end. He did a really good job defending those last 5 laps or so, and I had a lot fresher tires than him, but he had good defending, and I messed up going in the tunnel turn one time and kind of lost it to him, and then that helped Taylor get through there, and then me and him went too wide into the tunnel turn. I knew being on the outside and knowing Taylor, he's a good racer. He's gonna drive hard, but he ain't gonna try to force it and wreck us. So I took it outside, and I knew how to get the run off the corner, and that's what I did, and that's basically how it went. Couldn't catch Steven after that. He was a little too far away.
Well, again, it was awesome running out of that one car tonight. Who do you got on there to thank tonight, bud?
I got to thank Michael Falk and Racing Designs. Great paint schemes, great patriotic paint scheme. Happy 4th of July to everybody. You got a fast MFRD number 1 Ford Mustang tonight. Come on with 3rd at Pocono. We'll take that. I like to thank Savage Edge, CJR Graphics, Mullet Music Productions, Butt Kicker, Southern Shores Realty, Priority Auto, and of course you guys, TSP. You guys do a great job every week.
Well, we want to thank you also for doing an in-car with us tonight. I mean, that's pretty cool that everybody gets to see what you're doing there. So we'll get you back down there with your guys, and we'll see you next week at Rockingham, buddy.
Yeah, we'll do.
Driver of the number 1, Ty Morosco. Terry, give me 1 second here, and I'll get you Steven Johnson. Get all set up here, and let's see. Here he is.
Steven Johnson, Sam and Terry, you got us?
How's it going?
Hey, buddy. Awesome run out of that 2 car tonight. You fell back, you came up, you fell back, came up, finished 2nd. Walk us through your race tonight.
Yeah, so Pocono is just such a track position race. So you just have to take advantage of what you can. So I had to put in a decent qualifying effort. Not the one I wanted, but it got me close enough to the front. I was able to kind of work my way up to the front, like 3rd or 2nd or something, and then I managed to perpendicular park myself into the pit box. Lost about 5 or 10 seconds under green. Had to go ahead and get a decent restart on that last caution and try to work my way up, and was able to do that successfully. And it was pretty good battle at the end. Morosco had a lot of speed at the end, so him and Butcher Benjamin were really fighting for that third position. That's kind of was my saving grace to hold on to second.
Oh, that was kind of my next question about ties. So you seen them racing in your mirror, so you had no worries, I guess. So who you got to thank tonight on that car?
Well, I mean, you always hear in the post-race interviews, go to like Savage Edge, MF Racing Design, CGR Graphics. Anybody who's watching, go to their websites and take a look at what they have, because I took a chance and looked over at Savage Edge's website a couple of days ago. There's a lot of really good stuff on there. Like I said, we can thank them as much as we can, but like we got to go check out their websites. A lot of these businesses have a lot of opportunities, and they provide good products. So, how about the ones who help us?
Is Corey sending you a free T-shirt for that?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm just kidding you. But yeah, you are absolutely right. They are the ones that pays our bills, and without them, we wouldn't be blazing pedals every Sunday night. So thank you, sir. We'll go to Rockingham next week. We'll see you there.
All right, we'll see you there.
Thanks.
Driver of the number 2, Steven Johnson. Terry, one more. You ready?
Yep.
You got him.
Chris Carroll, you got Terry and Sam. You get to talk to me again.
All right. Been a while, Terry.
The 99 looked good tonight, man. I mean, you had a hell of a lead there at the end. I think you was a little over 7 seconds in front of Johnson. But you also had to work your way up there. You ran the lead. You got back in the middle, had to get back up to the top. Walk us through your race a little bit.
Yeah, there's a lot of good racing, man. I saw a lot of people giving room out there. It was pretty awesome racing in the field there. It was a lot of fun up front with the boys, and it seemed that clean air was the key. The clean air really felt good on the car once it got out there. It started to turn, and passing in traffic was a little tough because you had to really, really, really beat the guy to the throttle. But the clean air, she turned real good out front, Terry.
Again, it looked like we was watching some of the guys get into traffic, and man, that car just wouldn't do anything because of the dirty air. And again, you got up front, you got out of that dirty air, and man, that 99 was just on a rail. So who you got on there to thank this week, bud?
Well, I always got to thank Brian Zimmerman at USAFirearms.com and all my teammates out there that run with the Pit Lizard Boys and these guys for putting on a good league. I respect all the admins here and what they do, man. It's we admin the other series, and it's a lot of work, so appreciate those guys. Got to thank Five Kings and Tanner Marr and my family and friends out there watching. And that's one more for the red car, one more for the black hat, and one more for the bad guy, Terry.
10-4, buddy. I get you. So, hey, next week Rockingham, 240 laps. Are you ready to go?
Absolutely. That's one of my favorite tracks on the sim. That is a dirty, greasy, bumpy place, and you got to wheel that car. So that's one of my favorite tracks, man.
All right, bud. Well, we'll get you back down there. Congratulations again on that win.
Thank you, Terry. Appreciate it, bud.
Yep.
Driver of the number 99, Chris Carroll, taking home the win here tonight. And that is going to do it for us here on True Sim Productions for the Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series. Brought to us by Savage Edge Graphics. You heard Steven Johnson say it. Actually, go to their website, maybe pick up a t-shirt. You can put your face on one or whatever you want. Just hit up Corey. He'll make you something awesome. With that being said, happy 4th of July to everybody. Next week's going to be a little light on the broadcasting side. A lot of leagues are taking off for the 4th, being Monday and Tuesday. So that being said, everybody, enjoy your 4th of July weekend. Be safe out there. Don't drink and drive, and have a good one.